The SA National Blood Service is appealing to South Africans to donate blood. The non-profit organization says blood stocks have reached critical levels with 3 days of supply left. It's a gloomy picture. In fact, we're going to find out more on how dire the situation actually is with Thandi Musupye from the SANBS, who joins us live right now. Thandi, a very good evening. Very worrying. What brought us here? Are we not donating blood as we used to before? I remember just before Easter, you were talking about how the situation was very, very critical. Has it not changed since then?
Thank you very much, and good evening to your viewers, and good evening to our donors at home. The situation since March did change a bit, and we found ourselves with increased blood stock levels. But unfortunately, at this point in time, our blood stock levels have really dwindled. We are currently sitting on 2.2 days cover, which is quite low in terms of the minimum that we are supposed to have per day. We are actually expected to have about 3,500 units of blood per day, which is, if you look, it's about 3.5 units of blood. That 3.5 units that should cover us to have sufficient blood for the particular day. So yeah, we've really seen challenges in terms of our collections, and the challenges in our collections are brought about by obviously currently the weather itself is not helping. It does discourage donors to get out of their homes to go and donate. It's been raining, it's been cold, so that just becomes a challenge in terms of our donors to come out. We've also had challenges in the fact that it's now exam times, so a lot of the collections that we do are through schools, and as a result of the exams, we've found ourselves scheduling less within the school's environment. But just to add again, in terms of South Africans, I mean, we are not really, if you look at the population of South Africa, only about 1% of the population is actually active blood donors. So that is on its own a worrying statistic.
Yeah, I can tell you about my experience, Thandi. Every time I go, I suffer from nausea and I throw up, and I know it's because of low iron levels that I, in my own personal capacity, have been battling with. But I'm always keen to help where I can. I mean, how much blood would you need to get to a comfortable state?
To get to a comfortable state, in essence, we need to at least have 3,500 units of blood collected every day. So we need to be at least at about 3.5 days cover. That will help us to get to a comfortable level. So at this point in time, we're really calling on South Africans to come out in their numbers. If you are between the ages of 16 and 75, you are, healthy, you weigh above 50 kgs. This is really the call to you to really come out and assist us to get those blood stock levels at a comfortable level.
And Thandi, have you perhaps noticed reduced donation of blood since the beginning of COVID, perhaps?
Yes, during COVID, we actually did have reduced donations, and this was really due to a number of reasons. One of them basically because of lockdown, though at that time the organization did, try to organize for access for donors so that they can be able to come to the donation site, but also just the fear of people being out in public at that particular time also created, low blood stock levels. But I must say that, we have now reached, in terms of our donor panel, we have reached numbers that were pre the pandemic level. So we are very happy that the donors that we lost during that particular period, we've now managed to gain gain them. But having said that, we still require our regular donors to come through. So if you are a whole blood donor, every 56 days, we require you to please come through and give blood. If you are a platelet donor, every 2 weeks is required for you to come and give blood. And that's because with platelets, the shelf life for platelets is very low. It's unlike your whole blood, which can be kept on a little bit longer. Whole blood can still be used within 42 days, but with platelets, that's about 5 days for blood. So we really need those donors to come through and come and assist us.
And as my parting shots this evening, Thandi, if someone wishes to be a first-time blood donor, what should they do to get approved?
So as a first-time donor, first of all, you yourself need to consider your blood safe for donation, meaning that you must live a healthy lifestyle. And then the best thing for you to do is get in touch with us through our contact center, which is 0800 11 9031, or follow us on our social media pages at the SANBS, or contact us through www.sanbs.org.za, where you can then be able to find a donation site near you. And then you can go in there, and then you can then be able to be taken through the process of donation.
Thandi Musupie speaks for and is the Communication, Marketing and Brand Manager for the SA National Blood Service. Thank you so much for your time this evening.